Hi, it's Lonnie. Welcome to Grace Blossoms for You. Today is Twinchy Tuesday, and I have a whole bunch ready to get decorated here. I did some embossing on some cardstock just for the base, and then I got out some tiny little things to embellish those, with the hope of some of the embossing showing afterwards. And I wanted to decorate that up a little bit. So let me just separate these, and then you can see how I got started here. I still have two empty ones. This is the flower design. Some of them have just circles, and then some of them have flowers. So if we have time, I'll do those if I think of something else I want to try. So initially, I saw Janie again. Janie at Crafting Bookworm. And she was putting scripture on her Twinchies, and it reminded me of the labels that I have in my Ko-Fi shop, and they have scriptures on them as well. So I thought I'd try a few of those, and I like them. I would probably want to explore that a little bit more. I'm not too thrilled with some of the backgrounds I've picked here, but I'm still gonna put that down, because I think by the time this is finished, it'll look nice. And I want to have a little bit more of the background showing, so that I can do a little bit of the embellishing I was talking about. So, all right, let's get to gluing here. Tuesday. Well, it's not Tuesday as I film this, but I hope to show it on or air it on Tuesday. How is everyone today? It's always so quiet when I ask that, because nobody answers me, at least not so that I can hear you. So this is just a watercolored leaf on some book page that I cut out. So there's a few layers. Okay. I also want to ink it, so let me see first how I want to do the background. I got myself a Q-tip. Hopefully that will work. And I'll try to bring it up to the camera so you can see. I wonder if I have this upside down. Just the part that's kind of embossed, I want to just highlight a little bit. The design doesn't show very well, but there's some sticking out there. So it's just got this tiny little bit of a highlighted spot. And I'll put that over there for now. And then I'm going to ink it. I was thinking of rounding the corners too, but maybe not for this one. There. I don't know. I think the gold on there levels it, brings it up a notch. Okay, so which one? This one is actually the one I like the most. Let's see if it sticks. If it's still my favorite after we've done all the other ones. To my surprise, these tickets are exactly 2 inches long. So they work out really well. Can even put them diagonally. It's just the first butterfly that I grabbed. Okay, grab some more gold. And ink. I used my trimmer to cut these Twinchies 2x2. My trimmer is not the sharpest. So I've got some little fitzes hanging off here, but that's okay. Okay, so that's another one. How about this one? It's also got a ticket on it. I think I want to ink the ticket as well. I always like to ink things that I want to emphasize, because the oh, and this is a leaf I did on thin watercolor paper, and I was actually thinking of doodling on it before I used it. Let's see. Can't remember how I had it now. This is a tag from a tea bag, and it says, "Earth laughs in flowers." It's a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. So I thought that would be kind of cool to put on here. I think I might have to cut that leaf. I can't remember how I had it exactly, so maybe I had it this way. I could still cut that off. Or I could do it like that, and then I would need to doodle, because that would then become the focal point. Okay, let's do that. So this one goes down first. Then the ticket. No, then the leaf. Ugh, I think it was the ticket. I put the little tag in a little too far. Oh well. You can see the beginning of his last name. It's not like people don't know who he is. And then something like that. It sticks out a tiny bit. But that's okay. Alright, I'm going to do the gold. This is, if you haven't seen it yet, it is Luster Wax by Sizzix. And I really like using it. It does tend to get on your digits if you use it, but I still like to use it because I like the results on the paper. It just kind of gives just a little bit of a accent. And if I put some on the leaf, I might not need to doodle. A little bit of a sheen to it. It's simple, but I kind of don't mind. Okay, so then there's this one. Another ticket. This is also a label that I have on my Ko-Fi page. If you're looking for some little things to decorate your Twinchies with. Or anything for that matter. Don't have to use them for Twinchies. I didn't originally make them for Twinchies, but they do fit. Just some layers. Okay. Yeah, so I was originally kind of intimidated by these small little things, but as I get going here, I appreciate them more. It's a little doodle, nothing fancy, just it wants to be seen. Okay, let's see. There's another one. That guy doesn't want to sit still. Okay, so there's the flower sticking out. And then, not much in the way of a border here, but just enough. Okay, there's another one. Almost done, just got a few left here. That one, I feel like it needs something else. Maybe See, I have something in here. Oh look, last time Twinchies. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. A leaf on top of a leaf. I guess it would look okay. Ah, how about this? It's a bee. It's a little too white. Okay, what shall we do? The leaf, the bee, that's pretty white as well. I think I still want something other than that leaf there. Too big. Aha, found some book page. I want it right up in the corner. If I have to, I can trim it a little. Need a little bit more glue because it's not quite sticking. I guess the embossing doesn't really show up, but oh well. Twinchies are a little bit small in that regard to have a lot of things on there because they fill up fast. Okay, so there's that one. And this one. A label from a tea box. That would actually work too if I wanted to doodle another one. But I think I want this one. I went to the trouble of cutting them out, so may as well use them. There, it's at an angle. I hope it'll fit better. That one says, plant kindness and gather love. says on there that it's a proverb. I was just wondering if it matched up biblically, and I think it does, because kindness is another word for grace. And isn't that what God did for us? John 3:16, God loved us so much that he gave his son. Well, he did that because he wanted children. And the way to become God's child is to trust and believe in what Jesus has done for us, and then he transforms us into one of his own. So God planted kindness or grace, and those who become his children will love him, because Jesus said, "You are my friends if you do what I say, and if you love me, you will keep my commandments." So it is biblical. Sometimes, well, not sometimes, pretty much all the time when I read something, I hold it up to scripture and see if it aligns with scripture or not. I try not to use things that are like confusing. I mean, there's words on here that I don't particularly care what they say. I know it's something from a music book, so prelude, context, stuff like that. But when it comes to actual statements that I am putting down, I want to make sure that it aligns. Too, that one's not going to show overly too much. So this one will have a little bit more showing on the edge. Okay. I think that's all of them. I think that's probably enough for today. That's 8 of them. Wow. Okay, so a little bit more inking. Okay. There we go. Oh, did I do this one? Some of them look like they were forgotten. All right, there they are. Probably nothing original, but I think they're kind of cute. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a great day. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.